I'm about to do your Aquarius tarot reading for November 2021. And in this Aquarius love reading, we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. Aquarius, how is it going? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Aquarius love reading. Now, if this is your first time here and you have questions that you want answered about your romantic love life or your relationship, then start now by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so you always get notified anytime I post a new Aquarius tarot reading for you. Now, let's get on with this Aquarius love reading for today, because today we're going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. So whoever this is that you are romantically involved with, romantically thinking about, or just romantically energetically connected to in some way, we're going to take a look at what's going on between the two of you here in November 2021. Find out what's going on with this love connection. And I'm going to do that by getting one card to represent the mutual point of interest between you and your romantic person of interest. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, Aquarius, 3 cards for your person, and then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck, just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this love connection of yours. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person the same way I would if I were doing a personal reading for you. In fact, the information about personal readings are in the description box below if that's something that you're interested in. But this is just a general reading, so I'm tapping into the collective energy of the group of Aquarius people that I'm responsible for getting messages for. Now, it's also important to keep in mind in general readings like this, energies can and do get flipped around backwards from time to time, especially for cross watchers, meaning that even though this side of the table is for Aquarius and this side is for your person, it's entirely possible for some or all of that to get flipped around backwards, especially for cross watchers. So if you're not an Aquarius and you're watching this Aquarius tarot reading because you're interested in an Aquarius and you want to know what's going on with them, I'm fine with that. Just keep in mind that especially for cross watchers, energies are very prone to get flipped around backwards. So you just got to take it as it resonates. If it resonates backwards, take it that way. Now, regardless of how this reading resonates for you, you still probably should check the videos for your moon sign, your rising sign, and your Venus sign, just because they can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And you can find the links to those videos in the description box down below, along with information about personal readings. But enough yakking, let's get on with this Aquarius love reading for November 2021, and let's start by getting one card for what is the mutual point of interest between Aquarius and their romantic person of interest here in November 2021. Let's get 3 cards for you, Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius as it relates to their romantic person of interest and the connection between them here in November 2021? Let's get 3 cards for Aquarius, please. Make sure one didn't flip over on us here. No, it didn't. Okay, let's get one more for Aquarius as it relates to their person and this connection between them. Thank you. Okay, let's get 3 cards for your person, Aquarius. What's going on with Aquarius's romantic person of interest as it relates to Aquarius and the connection between them? That one, here in November 2021, please. Thank you. Okay. Well. Whoops. On the bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading is the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. This represents a very powerful love connection between the two of you. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So this would be divine counterparts. This would be a massive level power couple. For me, a lot of times this represents 2 people who are probably supposed to be together. Now, the original name for the Lovers card, before it was called the Lovers, it was just called Love. Before that, it was called the Choice. So a lot of times this will also represent some sort of a choice happening inside of this powerful love connection. That's exactly what's going on. Right under the Lovers card, we have the Seven of Coins, the Seven of Pentacles. This deck calls them coins. The other deck I'm using calls them pentacles, so you're going to hear me interchange those terms, coins and pentacles, around. They mean the same thing. The Seven of Coins is Taurus energy. This represents a period of time where you guys are pausing to reflect and take stock of this connection, take stock of the situation that's going on between the two of you. And what you're doing is looking at the seeds that you guys have planted together, and you're trying to determine, are these 7 seeds going to grow into that 10 of coins, that 10 of pentacles that we all want, that maximum stability, abundance, prosperity, the happy, stable home life that we all want? Is this going to grow into that? Or is this a spot where maybe this isn't going to pan out the way I thought it was, and maybe I should cut my losses and move on? So this represents that period of time where you guys are pausing to reflect on that. Again, feeling like there is some choice in this love connection here. Yeah, we've got the 10 of Cups right underneath that. This is goosebumps bad. This is Pisces energy. This is most people's goal when it comes to love and emotions and relationships. This is like the happy fairy tale ending card, the happy fairy tale love connection card. This is about two people who are full of their own self-love, coming together into a happy union to form a happy family. This is most people's goal. So got two very powerful indicators right here that this is a powerful love connection between the two of you, and something is going on because we've got this period of contemplation in the middle of that. Now that's the overall energy of the reading. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that is somehow affecting both of you. So the mutual point of interest for you guys here in November 2021 is the 9 of Swords. This is Gemini energy. This is an energy of fears, worries, anxieties. It's about thinking about something over and over again with all this fear, worry, and anxiety behind your thinking. And it's you thinking about it so much that it's actually starting to stress you out. Now, this is mutual energy. So this is energy that's affecting you, Aquarius. It's also affecting your person. So you guys are definitely in your heads about something here with a lot of fears and worries going on behind the scenes. So tell me more about this 9 of Swords. Why is the 9 of Swords the mutual point of interest between Aquarius and their romantic person of interest here in November 2021, please? What's going on with this 9 of Swords? Shit. On the bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. Now, the 3 of Cups is Cancer energy. A lot of times, this will represent reconciliation energy, like being reunited and celebrating. Now, sometimes, this can also represent a third-party love scenario here, because we have 3 cups of love present in this picture. That's what I'm feeling, really. Ooh, goosebumps like crazy down both of my arms and both sides of my face. I've got the Devil card next. This is Capricorn energy. This is usually a heavy, toxic type of an energy here. This can be addiction. This can be obsession. This can be elements of your shadow, elements of your person's shadow. You know, things about yourselves that you don't want to look at, or that you don't want each other or other people to see. This can be something that you're trying to pretend like it's not there, and you're suppressing it and pushing it down into your own shadow, trying to avoid it and pretend like it's not there, not deal with it. If that's the case of what's going on, this will definitely create a situation where there's that controlling an element of your life. Pretending like something isn't there doesn't make it not there. And if you doubt that, go stand on the train tracks and close your eyes and pretend that the train's not coming at you. It will still run you over and smash you into the ground. So this could be like a feeling of being trapped by someone or something. This could represent one or both of you having some sort of toxic traits going on, some toxic energy affecting your life. It could be a third party that's causing some toxicity here. This could be someone that, like a karmic connection, someone from the past, or someone new coming in. It could be any of those types of things. We have a Queen of Cups right underneath this Devil card here. So this could be the third party. This is Cancer energy. In fact, I'm seeing some Cancer energy down there. We've got Cancer energy here in this Three of Cups. This usually represents someone who has a lot of love and emotions and wants to give the love and emotions. If this is mutual energy, this could just be saying that you both have a lot of love and emotions for each other and you both want to give love and emotions for each other. This could be talking about that there's some reconciliation energy happening here. There's a lot of love between you still, but there is still some toxic energy involved here. It could be that. This could be a third party. If that's the case, it could be a Cancer, it could be a Pisces or a Scorpio. It could just be some other person who has this feminine energy of the Queen of Cups, so having a lot of love and emotions. And don't get confused that there's a woman on the card. It doesn't always mean that it's a woman. It could mean that it's a man who has some feminine energy of love and emotions about him. This is about energy, not gender. So I'm hoping this is just you guys having love and emotions between the two of you, but I'm not feeling super confident about that if I'm being honest here. Now, to clarify this Nine of Swords, this fears, worries, and anxieties, thinking about something a lot and it's stressing you both out. We have the Seven of Swords, we have the Chariot, and we have the Five of Wands. So this Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. This is usually not such a great energy. This is sometimes lying, cheating, stealing, sneaking around behind someone's back, deceptive behavior, overall trying to get away with something that someone's not really supposed to be doing here. Now, that's not the only meaning of this card. There's actually a couple of more meanings. One other meaning could be self-preservation. Like the whole reason the guy is stealing these swords is because he doesn't want to be hurt by those swords. He doesn't want those swords used against him. So he's stealing them to make sure that can't happen. He's trying to protect himself, not wanting to be hurt. The other meaning of this is leaving something behind, because he can only carry 5 of those 7 swords and he's got to leave the other 2 behind. So it could mean any of those things. It could mean all of those things. We could be having some fears, worries, anxieties, and a stressful situation taking place because someone's being sneaky and deceptive. Someone's doing some sneaking around trying to get away with something. We could have a lot of fears and worries and anxieties about trying to reconcile with this love connection here, taking some time to think about that to make sure it's going to be this Ten of Cups, son of a bitch. Right under this Ten of Cups, we also have the Ten of Swords. Now this, more Gemini energy, goosebumps, really bad again. Tens are endings in tarot. The Ten of Swords represents a swift ending. Sometimes it's an ending you don't see coming, hence the swords being in the person's back. Sometimes it's an ending in betrayal, hence the swords being in the person's back. No matter how you slice this though, this is an ending, and it's probably a painful ending. Could be why we're having all this fears, worries, and anxieties and stress here. Some choice in this love connection about whether or not this is the Ten of Cups or not, whether or not we can reconcile this. This could just be an ending in betrayal because we have a third party, we have some toxicity going on, we have some sneaky behavior going on. Or it could just be worrying about not wanting to be hurt because of all of this stuff. The next card to clarify the Nine of Swords is the Chariot. This is more Cancer energy. We just saw that Queen of Cups, that's Cancer energy. This Three of Cups is Cancer energy. This is the fastest moving energy in the deck. This is about using the will to move forward very quickly past any problems or challenges or obstacles from the past. Using the will to get past all of that and move forward very quickly in success and victory. Now, this is also an energy that requires balance and alignment. There's no reins connecting the driver of the chariot to the beasts that pull it. He uses his will alone to power this thing, to get the beasts to go where he wants them to go. So if the driver is not in alignment, this thing's not going anywhere. So this is either like a dead standstill energy, or this is so fast it's like a bullet coming out of a gun. Sometimes this can represent travel. Sometimes this can represent like getting in the chariot and just trying to get the hell out of Dodge here because there's so much stress and worry about it. We could be worrying about a Cancer. We could be worrying about someone sneaking around with the Cancer or cheating with the Cancer. We could be worrying about whether or not we can get past this deceptive behavior, worrying about whether we can move forward and not get hurt, whether we can move forward and leave something behind. It could be any of those things, so take it however it resonates for you. I'm sure this will get clarified more as we move along. But the next card to clarify this Nine of Swords is the Five of Wands. This is Leo energy. Fives are conflict, so this represents a conflict in the desires, like an internal conflict here. This could be one or both of you being internally conflicted about this and worrying about it all. This could be an internal conflict in the connection. In other words, you're pulling one direction, your person's pulling another direction. It could be either of those things. If this is an internal conflict, it's like wanting one thing, but at the same time wanting something completely opposite of that, and like having this internal battle of tug of war inside your desires. Which is a good reason to be worried and fearful. Being worried and fearful can definitely cause something like that to go on here. It could be a piece of you wants to reconcile this connection, and another piece of you realizes that this is a toxic connection. It could be any of those things, but that is the mutual energy between the two of you here in November 2021. Aquarius, your energy in this connection is the Hanged Man, the Knight of Coins, and the Queen of Swords. This Hanged Man is Pisces energy. This is an energy of progress being halted, no forward movement, things being stuck and stagnant right here. Now, the Hanged Man is hanging upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective than he would normally look at things from. Look at things from a different point of view, from a different angle than he would normally use to look at things. And he's doing that trying to gain enlightenment on something. He's trying to figure out how to get this unstuck and move forward from here. So tell me more about the Hanged Man energy for Aquarius in November 2021, please. Why is the Hanged Man here? Let's get two more on the Hanged Man for Aquarius, please. Okay, we'll take an extra one. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is an energy of being walled off and defensive about something. This can be an energy of like trying to defend your position on something, trying to defend your stance on something, defending against accusations of some kind. This can be an energy of trying to like, or being willing to fight for what it is that you desire, fight for this connection. We've got Death right underneath that, though. This is Scorpio energy. This is an ending to something. This is about something dying so that it can be reborn again in a new way. This is like a massive transformation process. So if you think about when a caterpillar goes into a cocoon, it's not having fun in there. It's not a party in there for the caterpillar. It's actually dying. It's turning into something entirely different. And when it comes out of that cocoon, it's not a caterpillar anymore. It's a butterfly instead. But it's a very painful transformation process that it goes through. And this is telling me that there's some sort of a transformation process going on here. Now, to clarify this Hanged Man, this energy of things being stuck and not moving forward right now, we've got the Three of Wands. We have the Six of Pentacles. There's that Nine of Swords again. And the Queen of Pentacles. This Three of Wands is Aries energy. This is an energy of being at the beginning stages of manifesting something that you want. This is like having chosen the path that you believe will lead you to the world that you want, and having already started actively going down that path, taking steps down that path. And having this positive expectancy that the path you've chosen and the thing that you're trying to manifest is actually going to happen for you. It just hasn't happened yet. And you're still waiting on it to manifest and appear in this physical 3D reality that we live in. Now, this can also represent travel of some kind too. We've got a couple of cards already that have said that. But this is an energy of waiting. So things are stuck right now, and you're waiting on something to happen. I don't know if you're waiting on being able to fight for this connection, or if you're waiting, trying to defend your position on something, and there's been some sort of a massive change here. Son of a bitch. Right under this death card is the Empress. I saw that a second ago, and I'm not 100% sure at that moment if it's connected. Now I feel like it is. This is card 3 of the Major Arcana. It rules over all the 3s of the 4 suits in the deck, and we just got done talking about the 3 of Wands. So this is waiting on something to actually materialize in the physical 3D reality, trying to manifest something and waiting on it to get here. The Empress is the gateway between the universe or spirit or source, the divine, in this physical 3D reality that we live in. So anytime something new gets manifested, it gets birthed into our reality via the Empress. She's the mother of the tarot deck. She represents the birth of something new. So we have some sort of a transformation taking place, possible accusations or defending the position on something, birthing something new, and right under that, we have the Tower. This is when everything comes crashing down. This is some massive, abrupt shift taking place here that brings a tower down. It brings down some structure that you have created in your life. Sometimes this can be, a love connection falling apart, possibly due to some sneaky, dodgy bullshit going on that shouldn't have happened. That could be why things are stuck, because everything fell apart here. Sometimes this is more like a metaphor for a belief system that you had, or some mental model of the world that you were operating from, like the way you thought things were, and you're operating based on that map of the world of how you think things are, and then something happens to make that whole mental structure fall down, that belief system comes apart, and you get to see that, oh, this isn't the way I thought it was, and now everything's changed. Could be there was the birth of something new somewhere, as in a new connection somewhere changed everything. But there was definitely some massive transformation, some massive shift, some ending taking place. Things are stagnated and you're waiting on something to happen now. Could be waiting on the 6 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is a card of balance. It's generosity, reciprocity. Like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. You take care of me, I'll take care of you. This is usually a card of equal give and take. However, at times, this card can represent the merchant giving to 2, as in the merchant being your person giving to 2 people, you and some other person. It could be that. You could be waiting on things to balance back out in this connection. You could be waiting to find out if there was another person involved here, or if there's still another person involved here. It could be either of those things. But the next card we have to clarify the Hangman is the 9 of Swords. Again, that is the mutual point of interest between the 2 of you, the shared energy that's affecting both of you, fears, worries, anxieties. This is Gemini energy of thinking about something with all that fear, worry, and anxiety behind the thinking, so much so that it's physically stressing you out. Kind of creates a situation where you're afraid to look at the situation because it could be that bad. The final card to clarify the Hanged Man is the Queen of Pentacles here. So this is usually a very grounded, stable, abundant, nurturing, prosperous type of an energy. This is like a mothering energy. This is someone who would manage the assets and resources of the home life, the family life. This could be an element of your energy, of your personality. This has a lot to do with like the stability of the home life, the stability of your own life. This could be how you're viewing your person. Next card in your energy for November 2021 Aquarius is the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. This is the slowest moving knight in the tarot deck. This is slow forward movement, like one foot in front of the other, being very methodical, not being in a hurry, not being in a big rush. Now, the bad thing about the Knight of Pentacles is he's so damn slow, it looks like, from your point of view, that progress isn't happening, that there is no movement. Even though there is movement, it's just really slow. Now, the good thing about the Knight of Pentacles is he's not someone who gets in a hurry, doesn't get in a rush, and he doesn't screw things up and make a bunch of mistakes because he's trying to move too fast. He takes it one step at a time. So this could be telling me that things have started going from being completely stuck at a dead standstill to now things are starting to actually move, even though it may not feel like they're moving. This could be saying that you're wanting things to go faster than they are, and they're only going at this very slow pace. So tell me more about this Knight of Coins for Aquarius, please. Why is the Knight of Coins here for Aquarius in November 2021? Thank you. Yes, you just saw me flip that card from reverse to upright. I don't read reversals, so I just automatically flip those upright. Don't even think about it. Sometimes when I do that, I'm instantly told, no, that one's supposed to be in reverse, but that didn't happen there, so I'm reading it to you upright. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. This is a master manifester type of an energy. This is someone who has all the tools and resources to put together a plan to get what he wants, and then to execute that plan to get what he wants. This is about taking control of the situation, taking charge of the situation, and going out and getting what you want. And it seems like that may not be happening as quickly as you might like to see it happen. There is slow forward movement here. Now, this can also be an energy of setting boundaries, like drawing lines in the sand, putting boundaries in place. Right under that Emperor card, we have the Eight of Cups. This is Pisces energy. This is a card of detachment, like emotional detachment, physically walking away from something. It's about walking away from these 8 cups here, these 8 full cups of love. And the person in the card is doing that because they believe that there's something more out there for them, something better than these 8 cups that they currently have. So they're making this conscious decision to walk away from what they have, to go out down a new path that they believe might lead them toward their own emotional happiness and fulfillment. They're going off in search of their 9th and 10th cup. So now if this is you, this could be saying, this isn't moving quickly enough for my taste. I'm tired of worrying about this. I'm tired of being stuck in all this stress. This could be a case where part of you is conflicted here. A piece of you may still want this connection and still waiting on it. And then on another level, you're like, you know what, enough's enough, and now I'm walking away. If this is your person's energy and your person has drawn lines in the sand and taking control of the situation and it's just affecting you and they're detaching and walking away, this could be a case where they're walking away to see if the grass is greener on the other side. And if that's the case, the person in this card usually is walking away with some doubts and some regrets and some uncertainty about doing this. And oftentimes they try to come back. I have another 8, so I've got 8, 8 here. 8 of Swords is more Gemini energy. So now we've seen the 9 of Swords twice, the 10 of Swords once. Now we've got the 8 of Swords. I've got all the Gemini minor arcana cards out here. This is an energy of feeling stuck or feeling trapped or blocked. It's about thinking about something over and over and over again on this repeating loop in your mind, because you're not sure what the safe step to take is. And that's why you're feeling stuck and trapped and blocked. This is usually an energy of like being stuck in your head and grinding on something, trying to figure out what to do and not being sure. Now, to clarify this Knight of Coins, we have Justice, we have the King of Swords, and we have the Star. Now, Justice is the Libra Major Arcana card. This is the most powerful card of balance in the tarot deck. We've already seen one card of balance here with this Six of Pentacles. Now we've got the Major Arcana version of that. This is about doing the right thing, the fair thing, the just thing, trying to get some justice for some wrong that has happened, or just trying to do the right thing. The sword in the center of this card is the Ace of Swords, and in this card it's used to sever things that aren't in balance, so balance can be restored and the right, fair, just thing can happen. It could be a case where that's not happening fast enough for your taste. Could be causing you to set some boundaries in place, call it like it is, and walk away, even though you're still stuck in your head and grinding on that. You could have already walked away, and now you're thinking about it over and over and over again still. Now the next card is this King of Swords. This is more Gemini energy. So I've got all the Gemini minor arcana cards, and now the Gemini court card is out here. The overall energy of the reading is the Gemini major arcana card. You very well could be dealing with a Gemini or someone that has Gemini in a prominent position in their chart. I've seen some Cancer involved here. We could have a Cancer involved. You might be dealing with a Cancer. I've seen Aries a couple of times here. You could literally be dealing with any sign. This is a general reading, so it's impossible for me to pin that down because I'm not reading for you specifically right now. I'm reading for a large collective of Aquarius people. So you could be dealing with any sign. I'm just going to continue to call all those signs out as we move along in case any of those mean anything to you. But this King of Swords Gemini energy is a decision maker. This is someone who's very smart, very logical, very rational and reasonable, usually someone who is very fair, but when he makes his decisions, he's emotionally detached when he does that. He does not consult his emotions when he makes his decisions. He only looks at what he can see right in front of him, the truth and the facts of the matter. And he doesn't care about the emotions. He doesn't care about the story about what's going on. He's only interested in the truth and the facts, and he's going to use that to make the best, most logical, most rational decision available. These two cards are kind of similar in that fairness and that decision making based on fairness. Now, another thing that I'm noticing here from this, I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but this Queen of Swords is the next card in your energy. I've got the King and the Queen of Swords here. Now, these are counterparts, and in most situations when you have a King and Queen of Swords, or King and Queen of the same suit, that would represent counterparts, a power couple. Two cards that are supposed to be together usually represents two people who are supposed to be together. But in the case of the sword suit, for me, this usually represents two people who used to be together. And it could be a case of like balancing this out, making it the right, fair, just thing isn't happening quickly enough for your taste. The final card to clarify that Knight of Coins is the Star. This is the Aquarius Major Arcana card. This is a card of healing. It's a card of hope. Sometimes it's a card of wish fulfillment. This can represent like divine guidance. This can represent you viewing your person as the one for you. A lot of times, though, this is card 17 of the Major Arcana, the card that comes immediately after the Tower. So the Tower is card 16, the Star is card 17. You don't ever make it to the Star without going through a Tower moment first. We did see a Tower in the story on the bottom of the deck a minute ago. When the Tower happens and everything comes crashing down all around you, a lot of times it's really hard to see what to do moving forward from here, which could be why you end up in this fear, worry, and anxiety type energy. It could be what has you landed here in this Hanged Man energy where everything's stuck and not moving forward and you're waiting on something and worried and stressed about it. The Star is the guiding light from the universe that shows up after a Tower to light the path for you so you can see your way moving forward. It's where your hope comes from. It's where your healing comes from. So this could be telling me a couple of different things, that this isn't moving forward quickly enough. It's stuck. You're trying to balance it out, but that's not happening fast enough. And you're still trying to hold on to the hope that it will move forward and things will get balanced out here. But I have a feeling that you're trying to be logical and rational about it here and not get your hopes up too high because you don't want to be hurt. The final card in your energy for November 2021, Aquarius, is that Queen of Swords we just saw a second ago. Libra energy. This is she who knows the truth. Now, the Queen of Swords is very logical and smart and rational, and she will let you speak your truth to her. The problem is she already knows the truth. So the truth you speak to the Queen of Swords, it had damn well better match the truth she already knows, or she will use that sword to cut you. So this is an energy of speaking the truth about something. It's also, goosebumps, really bad. It's also an energy of cutting off the things or the people that no longer serve you, that are no longer in your best interest. So tell me more about this Queen of Swords for Aquarius in November 2021, please. Why is the Queen of Swords here? Why is the Queen of Swords here, please? Let's get one more on this Queen of Swords for Aquarius. There it is. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. More Gemini energy. Again, the Lovers is the overall energy of the reading. Again, trying to take some time to contemplate about this connection, making a choice about this connection. Is this worth investing in, or continuing to invest in, or reinvest in? Is this going to grow into what I actually want? Or is it time for me to cut my losses and move on? Is this that 10 of Cups, that happy fairy tale ending that I want? Or is this dead and over with? Looks like that's the choice about this connection here. Right under that, we have the Emperor again. I've got goosebumps like crazy. Again, Aries energy, taking control of a situation, taking charge of a situation. 8 of Cups, detaching and walking away. So it's looking like maybe you got tired of waiting on this to balance out. Maybe you got tired of waiting on the right, fair, just thing to happen, and you stopped being emotionally attached to this. You started looking at the truth and the facts of the matter and just looking at it like it is, calling it like you see it. And now you're trying to heal because you have severed this person. You've cut them off. You've severed this connection. To clarify that Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. So again, we already saw this Queen of Cups a little bit ago, and I wasn't sure if this was representing that you guys still have love and emotions for each other, or if this was representing a third party here, like a Cancer energy, or a water sign energy, or just someone who has this feminine energy of being like a loving, nurturing type of a person. This could be telling me that you still have a lot of love for this person because the connection was so powerful. And even though you had to set some boundaries here and walk away and sever the connection, you still love them. Then we've got this 5 of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is a card of abandonment. This is about abandonment, casting someone aside, leaving them out in the cold. This could be saying that you got severed and they walked away from you. This could be saying that you walked away from them and left them out in the cold because you severed them. No matter how you slice it, this is a breakup card for me. So it's looking like there was a severing here. You still have a lot of love for them. You've abandoned them or they've abandoned you. There has been a breakup. And now we've got this 10 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. This is a heavy burden that you've been carrying here. Now it's also a 10, and in tarot, 10s represent completions. So this could be saying that you are now reaching the spot where you can lay this burden down and move forward without it. If you haven't reached that spot yet, then you are still carrying this heavy burden. Now that is your energy here in November 2021. Let me scoot this over and get a little bit more room. Now we'll take a look at your person's energy, because in their energy, Seven of Swords, the Fool, and the World. Now, this Seven of Swords is Aquarius energy. We already saw this in the mutual point of interest between the two of you. This can be lying, cheating, stealing, deceptive behavior, sneaking around behind your back, trying to get away with something. This could be an energy of self-preservation, your person not wanting to be hurt. This could be an energy of leaving something behind, because they can only carry the 5 swords and they have to leave 2 behind. I've seen a few indicators that there might be a third party going on here. Tell me more about this Seven of Swords for Aquarius' person, please. Thank you. Shit. You can't make this shit up. Bottom of the deck. Seven of Wands. Leo energy. This is a card of being walled off and defensive, defending your position, your person defending their position on something, defending their stance on something. They could be defending themselves against accusations coming at them. I saw this on your energy. You could be accusing them of sneaky, dodgy bullshit, sneaking behind your back, doing stuff they shouldn't have been doing. This could be them trying to defend their position on that. About that 3 of Cups, about that third cup of love that's in the picture here. Again, Cancer energy. 6 of Swords. So now we're going backwards from the 7 of Swords to the 6 of Swords. So we're not making progress here in your person's energy. We're regressing. This is... But, yeah, see, wants me to show you this card too, so I'll show you that one next. The 6 of Swords is moving forward into calmer waters, also Aquarius energy. It's about leaving the rough, choppy waters of the past behind them and moving forward into calmer waters, moving forward toward what it is that they actually want. Now, at its core, this is about moving away from some mentally or psychologically painful situation, leaving that behind in the past and moving forward toward what it is they actually want. But the child in the boat and the sword stuck in the boat represent that even though that's what they're doing, they're carrying some burdens or even some lessons from the past forward with them as they move forward. And the card it was wanting me to show you is the 2 of Wands, Aries energy. 2s are about decisions. So this is a fork in the road. It's a crossroads. It's a decision point for your person. And it's a decision about which path leads them to the world that they want, and which path do they need to leave behind to get there. Now, to clarify this 7 of Swords, we got the Devil, Death, and the 5 of Swords. Swords are not a good sign in a love and relationship reading, and you literally have a sword in every column of your 3 cards. The mutual energy between you is a sword, and there's even a 7 of Swords in the clarifiers of that mutual energy. And now for your person, their first card, which is the most important card in your energy, or in their energy, is the 7 of Swords with the 5 of Swords clarifying that. This Devil, again, we already saw this probably right from the very beginning of the reading. Capricorn energy, this is a heavy, toxic energy. This is obsession, addiction. It can be an element of your person's shadow, a piece of themselves that they don't like, that they try to repress and pretend like it's not there. If that's the case, it creates something in their life that actually controls them, something that they feel like they're trapped by and that they can't escape from. This can represent a karmic relationship. They could be sneaking around with someone. You're accusing them of doing that, of having this third party. They could have the third party and it's causing them to move away or try to move away from that painful situation here. This could be an element like a sex addiction. This could be them being addicted or obsessed with some other person or with chasing multiple people. It could be any of those things. I saw in your energy of clarifying the Hanged Man of why progress is halted, we've got the Six of Pentacles. That could be this person having more than one person that they're giving to here. Definitely some toxicity surrounding your person here with this sneaky behavior. Next we have Death to clarify that Seven of Swords. Scorpio energy, again, an ending to something. Something dying. Some massive transformation taking place. Now the first two clarifiers here are both major arcana cards with Death and the Devil. So this is very potent, powerful energy here. Now, this mutual energy of the Nine of Swords, like the fears, worries, anxieties, stressing out about something. Your person is defending themselves or defending against accusations of having a third party. They probably do. I mean, it looks to me like they certainly have a third party, possibly more than just one. And they're stressing out about this, probably because they're having to defend themselves and they don't want to be caught. But again, the first clarifier for that Nine of Swords is the Seven of Swords. So I've got the sneaky, dodgy bullshit out here twice. Seen the Devil twice. Seen Death twice. And now the last card to clarify the Seven of Swords is the Five of Swords. More Aquarius energy. Fives are conflict. So this is like a conflict in communications, a conflict in thinking. So this could be an argument. This could be bitter words being spoken, words being used like weapons, tongues being used like swords. This can be an energy of winning at all costs. Like, I don't really care what happens to you. I want what I want, and I'm going to go get what I want. And if you get hurt in the process, well, that's your problem. It doesn't faze me whatsoever as long as I get what I want. It can be that type of an energy, especially when you've got the Devil out here with it, and we're clarifying the Seven of Swords. No matter what, though, this is some sort of a painful situation that your person has caused with their addiction or obsession, or the toxic devil energy could be a karmic from the past that they're sneaking around with. It's caused a very painful situation here. The next card in your person's energy for November 2021, Aquarius, is the Fool. This is the first card of the major arcana card, 0. It's the first card of the tarot deck. That 0 represents absolutely nothing and the potential for everything at the same time. A lot of times this is a card about like throwing caution to the wind and just taking the blind leap of faith on something, not really thinking it through, just going for it and figuring out how to work it as you move along. This can also be an energy of risk-taking behavior, as in taking risks outside of the connection here. Tell me more about the Fool for Aquarius's person, please. Why is the Fool here? Bottom of the deck. Page of Cups. Now, pages are messengers. Cups are about love and emotions. So this represents news and messages of love and emotions, expressing of feelings, romantic offers that your person is sending out here. Eight of Cups right under that. Pisces energy of detachment, emotional detachment, physical detachment, walking away because they're not happy with the 8 cups that they have. They think that the grass might be greener on the other side. They're making love offers and sending news and messages of love and emotions, trying to see if the grass is greener on the other side, taking risks outside of the connection. This is them detaching and walking away, trying to go down the path that they think leads them to their own emotional happiness and fulfillment. There's that 8 of Swords right under it again, thinking about it over and over again on this repeating loop in their mind, feeling stuck, trapped, and blocked. To clarify the Fool, we have the Emperor, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Now the Emperor, again, seen it a couple times, Aries energy, taking control of the situation. This is someone who has all the abilities to put together a plan to get what they want, and then to execute that plan to get what they want. Sometimes the Emperor energy can be an overbearing type of an energy. Someone who is like power hungry, control freak almost. Like, I'm gonna go do whatever the hell I want to do, and there really ain't shit you can do about it. If it hurts you, tough, because I'm going out to get what I want, and I'll be as risky as I want to. But then again, we've got this internal conflict in the mutual energy between you. So I'm feeling like your person has got some issues that they need to work out here. They're internally conflicted about something. A piece of them wants to be that way, and another piece of them wants this Four of Pentacles. This is an energy, it's Capricorn energy of holding on tightly to something and not wanting to let go of it. So this could be your person's internally conflicted, and they want to hold on to you as well as take all these risks and be sneaky and let this devil energy control aspects of their life and getting what they want as much as they can, even if that means getting what they want outside the connection and still holding on to you. It could totally be that. This can sometimes be an energy of trying to keep something close to your chest, like trying not to let the cat out of the bag, trying to not let it get exposed, keep a lid on the fact that they're doing this sneaky stuff and that they're taking these risks outside of the connection, trying to keep it hidden that they're sending news and messages of love and emotions elsewhere. It could be either of those things, so take that however it resonates for your situation. But the final card to clarify the Fool is the Ace of Wands. This represents a passionate new beginning. This is also the phallic symbol of the tarot deck. So this represents the male phallus and using it to be intimate. So that could mean sexual relationships, taking risks, going outside the connection, trying to get their jollies elsewhere and not get caught in that. The final card in your person's energy for November 2021, Aquarius, is the World. This represents the 4 fixed signs of the Zodiac: Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. This is the final card of the major arcana, so it represents completions. It represents the ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of a new cycle. Now, the previous card we just clarified for your person is the Fool. So I've got the first card of the major arcana and the last card of the major arcana. This represents a complete full cycle, the whole shebang between the two of you. So that could be an indicator that this is dead and over with. This cycle between the two of you has completed and a new cycle is starting. So let's clarify this World. Why is the World here for Aquarius's person, please? Let's get one more card on the World. I feel like there's more in here, so I'm just going to keep shuffling. There is. Shit, there is, yeah. Put these in the order they came out. Can't make this up. On the bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups, Scorpio energy. This is sadness and ooh, goosebumps, like crazy shit. Top of my head just lit up. This is sadness and remorse about the past. It's about your person being focused on these 3 cups that have been spilled out. All the time, effort, and energy that's been spilled out. All the love and emotions that have been spilled out and wasted. And it's about having their focus on the past and not noticing what's right here behind them. That 2 of Cups, that 2 upright, completely full cups of love and emotions. So this is an energy of your person having their focus in the wrong spot. If they're focused on the past, they're going to feel the way they felt in the past. If they focused on something that they have lost, they're going to feel that loss. If they focus on something they think is missing from their life, they're going to feel that gap in their life. And that could be what has caused the completion of this whole cycle between the two of you. Focusing on something that they think they don't have could be part of what their obsessive devil energy is about. It could be thinking, well, now that I'm with you, I don't have access to go out and be a player and do all this stupid shit that I used to do. So now I got to be sneaky because I feel like I'm missing that. This is usually low vibrational negative type of energies here. This could even be saying that your person has some sort of remorse about what they did, but they just don't feel like they can do anything about it. They can't control it. Could be that. Or it could be they just really don't give a shit and their focus is just in the wrong place. And I'm going to go be this Page of Cups and send out my news and messages of love and emotions and make love offers all over the place. Very like immature, not fully developed type of emotional energy here. Eight of Swords. I think this person is constantly stuck in their head thinking about love and emotions and putting their little fish in somebody's cup here. And they can't get that out of their head. And that's probably what's caused this whole complete cycle to happen here. To clarify the world, we have the Seven of Pentacles. We have, oh hey, come back here. We have the Two of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Cups. This Seven of Pentacles is something that we already saw in the overall energy of the reading. It's right under this Lover's card, that Seven of Coins, Seven of Pentacles, same thing. That period of time to pause and reflect and take stock of this whole situation, this whole connection. Your person trying to decide, is this going to turn into what I want? Is this going to grow into what I want? Is this worth me investing in or continuing to invest in? Or is this not what I want and maybe I'm just going to cut my losses and move on? It's that period of time where they pause to reflect on that. This Two of Swords is Libra energy. This is an energy of a decision needing to be made, only it's not being made, either because they don't have enough information to make that decision, or because there's something they can't see, hence that blindfold, or maybe there's just something they don't want to see. They don't want to look at it. Again, we saw this Nine of Swords as the mutual energy between you. That's totally affecting your person too. That's an energy of something going on that you just are afraid to face it. The Devil out here for them is an energy of something that is a piece of them and they don't want you to see it. They don't want even to look at it themselves. They're trying to pretend like it's not there. They're in denial about that aspect of themselves, which is why they can't make some sort of a decision here about whether I want to cut my losses and move on or whether I want to stay. I'm getting the distinct impression that if your person could have their way, they want to keep you and all the side chicks at the same time. Or shouldn't say side chicks, it could be, you could be a guy watching this and your girl is trying to run off and do this type of a behavior. So they're wanting to keep you and the side piece or slash side pieces at the same time, and they can't really decide what to do here because I don't think they're fully in control of themselves. I think they have elements of their shadow that are in control of them. Next, to clarify the world, we have the Four of Cups. This is more Cancer energy. This is an energy of emotional discontentment. This is about them not being happy with what they have. So much so that they're constantly daydreaming about this other cup, this other thing that they believe will lead them to more happiness and fulfillment. Again, I got that impression from this card. It's like they're constantly thinking about what they don't have right now, constantly thinking about putting their fish in somebody else's cup, and they're stuck in their head about this connection. Yeah, this person is King of Wands, is a very I know what I want type of a dude, and I'm going to go out and get what I want, and nothing's going to get in my way. I'll move mountains to get what I want. Wands are about passion and desire. So this is someone who goes after what he wants with all this passion and desire and intensity. But it's also someone who is driven by passion and desire. They're a sexually driven type of a person. I think your person might have a sex addiction, and they may be one of those kind of people that's never happy with what they have because they're constantly thinking about the thing that I might be missing. I'm trying to keep my language clean, but I think this person is chasing panties that they don't actually have right now, and every time they have somebody's panties, they're thinking about some other panties that I'm just missing here, and it drives them crazy. This doesn't seem like the kind of person that you want to be in a relationship with, or the kind of person that's ever going to be happy. They're just going to cause misery everywhere they go. The next card to clarify the world is the Queen of Swords. We already saw this in your energy here. It was your last card. This is Libra energy. She who knows the truth. This is someone who will let you speak your truth, but they already know the truth. And if it doesn't match the truth they know, they're going to use the sword to cut you. This is about either speaking the truth on something, or it's about cutting off the things and the people that are no longer serving them, that are no longer in their best interest. Again, we've got this energy here of like the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a different cycle. We've got this contemplation about, is this what I actually want? Is it going to turn into what I want? Or should I cut my losses and move on here? We've got them being unable to decide that for a little bit, or being unwilling to look at their devil energy, being in denial about something, being in denial about the fact that they're never happy with what they've got, that it never turns into what they want, because they're always thinking about the other cup that they want to put their little fish in. And now we've got them severing this. And we've got the Ace of Cups next. Ace of Cups represents a new beginning in love and emotions. In that last card, the Fool, that we clarified, the beginning, and now we're clarifying the final card of the major arcana, the ending. In the beginning, we had this passionate new beginning, and now we've got this new beginning in love and emotions. I feel like this has been a complete cycle between the two of you, and probably for most of, if not the entire cycle, your person's been doing sneaky, dodgy bullshit, sneaking behind your back, cheating, having third parties, trying to get away with something constantly, lying and cheating, and then whenever you try to accuse them of it because you either intuitively feel like this is going on, they defend themselves and lie to you and just create one painful situation after the next. Now, if you still have questions that you want answered about this situation or your relationship, click on any of the videos that just appeared on your screen right now. And when you do, you'll be taken to more Aquarius love readings that can give you more insight and more clarity about what's really going on in your particular situation. And I'll see you in the next video.